Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explain here, bringing you guys another Boruto 2 Blue Vortex discussion. And today, I want to talk to you guys about why we need to be taking a closer look at why Kawaki heading to the land of Wind after getting his limiters removed narratively makes a ton of sense. But one major condition has to be met. Join me in today's newest Naruto Explain video where we're going to take a look at the benefits of Kawaki getting his limiters removed and heading out to the land of Wind just outside the hidden sand village. And obviously, if you've not checked out the chapter review yet, make sure to click the end credits video at the end of this video to check out the chapter review. I'll also have it linked down in the description box for your convenience as well. So here's the thing, Kawaki getting his limiters removed and heading out to the hidden sand village at the climax of these battles that involve Sarada versus Ryu with Matsuri fighting against Konohamaru. It is a very compelling storytelling decision for a few different reasons. It thematically raises the stakes while serving as a pivotal moment of character contrast and thematic development. It raises the stakes, in particular, the tension between the parallel battles that are going on. So as Sarada and Mitsuki and Konohamaru and each of their battles are on the brink of respective defeat, Kawaki's sudden emergence with the full power Ishiki Otsutsuki is going to create a volatile new dynamic. In short, the balance of power is definitely changing. The audience will be able to see a convergence of major players where Kawaki's motives and actions, they could determine the outcome of all these battles, and it will obviously start shifting the narrative in the series as a whole. Sarada and Mitsuki, with them being on the verge of being overwhelmed by Ryu, it would emphasize the danger posed by Ryu in that battle, with Konohamaru potentially in the process of getting swallowed up whole by Matsuri. That is the same thing. Kawaki's intervention, it elevates the scale of the conflict. His unrivaled power, it becomes a focal point for victory or catastrophe, depending on which decision he makes. Much like how a Rinnegan user is called in the third data book as being a god of destruction or a god of creation, that's basically where Kawaki is right now. Kawaki getting his limiters removed is a really big deal. Kawaki gaining Ishiki's full power, it symbolizes him crossing a moral threshold. Unlike Boruto, who seeks power responsibly and with purpose, Kawaki embraces dangerous, unrestrained power without considering consequences. His arrival, not as a savior, but as someone testing his new abilities, is going to add uncertainty. Will Kawaki protect the hidden sand village, or will he cause collateral damage in the process? Kawaki is a consequentialist at heart. As long as he gets the desired outcome, Kawaki is very much willing to do whatever is needed. He is very Machiavellian in that way. Kawaki also would be serving as Boruto's antithesis. Kawaki saving Sarada is going to contrast Boruto's earlier actions and motives. I know that's going to piss off the Sarada fans. Oh my god, why has she got to be a damsel in distress? Just let me get through it for a second, get out your feelings. So Boruto saves Sarada out of a deep love and a commitment to his master Sasuke, protect his family, but say Kawaki saves Sarada, it's going to be purely as an exercise of strength and to test himself. She just happens to be someone that he has to save in the process. Very much like Son Goku in Dragon Ball. If you watch the sub or you've read the manga, you know that Goku isn't necessarily the type of person that's like, oh, I gotta go save everybody. More so it's like, oh, well, I'm saving people in the process, but I'm really here to just test my power. That's basically Kawaki if he ends up saving Sarada. And as Ikimoto said, he takes a lot of inspiration from Dragon Ball, so I don't think it's crazy to see him mixing some of the battered traits of Goku and Vegeta into Kawaki's character in this instance if he goes down this route. This is also something that you could look at even deeper here. So Boruto's rescue of Sarada is going to reinforce the themes of connection, responsibility, selflessness, and potentially love. Kawaki's rescue of Sarada is driven by obsession with power and single-minded desire to protect Naruto. It's going to highlight his self-centeredness and disregard for others when it comes to anything other than Naruto. We know he has a big heart and that he can accept people like Himawari, so I don't want to do Kawaki that disservice, but it is a fair point to make. So the character contrast with Boruto and Kawaki, that's why you need this. This is Kawaki's Boruto versus Code moment. So Boruto's pure intentions, they're the contrast. Boruto seeks power to protect those that he loves, reflecting on his core ideals and the influence of Sasuke's teachings. His actions, they are motivated by deep emotional connection to his comrades and a commitment to their safety. Boruto saving Sarada was not only a testament to his love, but also his fulfillment of Sasuke trusting in him to protect his daughter. Kawaki, on the other hand, he represents selfish desires. Kawaki's decision to have Amado remove his limiters and fully embrace Ishiki's power, it sharply contrasts everything Boruto stands for. His actions are rooted in obsessive desire to protect Naruto, stemming from his perception of Naruto as a father figure. Unlike Boruto, Kawaki's power is not sought for the benefit of others, but for his own validation and control over situations. He cannot bear to lose people that he cares for, namely Naruto. Kawaki is saving Sarada not out of loyalty, but as a test of his new strength. It reinforces his detachment from a genuine sense of camaraderie and his alienation from the shinobi system of itself. We all know we get to a point where Kawaki says the age of the shinobi is over, and Kawaki has never fully embraced the way of the shinobi. This is a step down that ultimate endgame that we get. It's a poetic cycle of brothers when you think about it. So Boruto as Sasuke's student and Kawaki as Naruto's protege, it mirrors the legendary clash between Naruto and Sasuke. Their divergent philosophies, Boruto's pursuit of pure power to protect versus Kawaki's impure, consequentialist, selfish pursuit, sets the stage for an inevitable and poetic confrontation. Their conflict, it reflects the generational cycle of brothers battling for their beliefs, reminiscent of Asura and Indra and Naruto and Sasuke, obviously without the whole cycle of hatred between transmigrants type of thing. There's also a deeper symmetry in their roles as well. The savior of friends, Boruto, versus the self-serving consequentialist warrior, Kawaki, that's going to further highlight their ideological clash. You also have the philosophical and thematic symbolism that has to be taken in particular the significance. So Kawaki's impure path and Buddhism, they are directly linked together because his eye is patterned after the Dharma wheel, a big thing in Buddhism. So Kawaki's reliance on Ishiki's power, in particular that dojutsu Kokugan, it represents an impure approach towards strength. In Buddhism, power that is sought for selfish reasons or to control others is considered destructive and a source of suffering. Kawaki's obsession with protecting Naruto, it reflects attachment, and it's one of the three poisons of Buddhism in general. And that is something that's going to cloud his judgment, leading him down a very dark path. Boruto, on the other hand, he has very pure motives. Boruto, in contrast, he aligns with the Buddhist teachings of selflessness and compassion. His desire to protect his friends and honor Sasuke's legacy, it represents a noble and a more sincere pursuit of power, emphasizing harmony and the greater good itself. There's also foreshadowing in their clashes. So Kawaki's intervention to save Boruto's friends while Boruto can't, it is a critical turning point when you think about it. It highlights Kawaki's strength while exposing Boruto's limitations, mainly due to his role as a singularity of fate. It's going to deepen Boruto's resolve to grow stronger for the right reasons and ultimately break out of the role of being a singularity of fate and embrace being the change aspect of the singularity of fate role. Kawaki's approach to power, it foreshadows his eventual clash with Boruto, as their opposing philosophies will inevitably collide. We've been on a collision course this entire time. Their battle, it is destined not only to resolve their personal conflict, but also explore the broader themes of power, attachment, and mortality. It's also needed to fully shut the door on the issues that the two of them are having before you get both of them free of their karma that they've been trying to build towards getting removed way back in part 1 and build towards the eventual reintroduction of Naruto back into the story where his two sons are finally back on the same page. Naruto becoming another second coming of the Sage of Six Paths, would finally get to see his two sons do the thing that the Sage of Six Paths never saw his two sons, Asha and Angel, do, which is fully settle their differences and walk into the light of what the father was trying to shine onto them. That's why Naruto being sealed away was such a big deal. That's why when people were bitching and moaning and screaming about it, I was completely okay with it because I could see where this was going. In conclusion, I'll finish off and I'll say this. So Kawaki's removal of his limiters and the intervention in the Hidden Sand Village and the Land of Wind in general, it raises the stakes by introducing a powerful yet morally compromised force at a very critical moment. It would highlight his selfishness and it would contrast with Boruto's selflessness, reinforcing their roles as ideological opposites. One is selfless and one is selfish. This sets the stage for their eventual poetic clash as the inheritors of Naruto and Sasuke's legacies, echoing the cycle of brotherly conflict that is central to the entire series of Naruto. Thematically, it underscores the dangers of impure ambition being put on display, contrasting Kawaki's obsession with Boruto's pure motives, and it's going to contrast Kawaki's very obsessive nature with Boruto's very pure nature and Boruto's very pure motives, and it's going to build anticipation for a resolution that would determine the future of the shinobi world. Because the way that each of them have been positioned and highlighted in the series itself, they each encompass a different perspective. Can science coexist in the world of shinobi? Is the age of the shinobi done? Boruto is someone who clings to the shinobi tradition and ways of doing things, gaining a deeper appreciation due to the struggles he's been through and being guided by Sasuke and even Kashi and Koji to an extent, versus someone like Kawaki who has never truly embraced the way of the shinobi despite being someone obsessed with the greatest shinobi of all time, and also being someone who seeks out the cheat codes that comes from the power of the Karma Seal, being someone who is a cyborg who has a body filled with ninja tech and has flat out said in this last chapter that he will take whatever means possible to acquire power, not just limited to karma. We're getting set for some major answers that are going to be centered around both of these characters thematically. Obviously, if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing and clicking over here on the left to check out more videos from Naruto Explained like this chapter review, or click here on the right to check out more videos from my Anime Explained channel where I talk about non-Naruto content in the form of video essays, chapter reviews, and explain videos.